Because Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Egyptians. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Buster.
All right, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a nice clean fight. All right, touch gloves. Let's box.
The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here. A much-anticipated fight. Round one underway. When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage. He's done something great. But then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy and Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
And now another left. Good defense, just covering up down low. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Nice block by Buster. Halfway through round number one. Both guys have a reputation of being technical boxers. Leads us to believe we're getting a distance fight here.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the only way that changes is maybe, you know, you never know, a headbutt, something like that, all of a sudden short circuits that. But the way their track record is, yeah, you're pretty good chance it's going rounds.
Teddy, why is it in boxing that there are so many distinct styles that are defined by geography or culture or ethnicity, where we have a Mexican-styled fighter, an Eastern European, you know, upright fighter, an American-styled fighter? Why is that?
Because you are influenced by your surroundings, by the temperament of the people in your surroundings. Aggressive people, aggressive style. Very thoughtful people, people that are very cerebral, well, you're going to have a defensive style. You're going to have a very careful style. It's going to fit right in.
Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Well-placed counterpunch by Buster. Able to dismiss that body shot. keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Good exchange. He fires back. Halfway through round number 2. A good block. Very clean offense from defense by Bad Intentions. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Was just off the mark. Parries that punch away. He scored well after being hit himself.
Move.
And a good counter by Buster. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Last 10 seconds. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. This round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside as always with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know, these guys.
They don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table. But great guys.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Bad Intentions.
There's no need to be on the inside.
Good return fire that time. Nice block by Buster. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. And there he counters back against his opponent. Solid counter punch by Buster. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
And there's the left hand working well for him again. 10 clicks of the talk. Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro fight game and the pro football game.
Yeah, there are, you know, physical ones and emotional and mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, you know, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, you know, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws a jab, they lose the power. So you got to teach them to keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power, and also get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on them, and now he can control him. And of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You know, you get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. Nice jabs there by Buster. Back up top he goes. Now that's some fine work right there by Bad Intentions. Good counter punch. A nice block by Buster. Seconds to go in the 4th. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Oh, and he comes in again, landing well. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. Good block there by Buster. Nice block by Buster. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Bad Intentions. Scores with the combo to the head. Blocks it away. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Seconds remaining in this round. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Keep your distance. Range.
Good scoring counterpunch by Bad Intentions.
Four punches. Don't stay in one spot. Circle.
Nice block by Bad Intentions. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Trying to keep his distance, trying to keep his range, but still, you have to be offensive-minded.
Yeah, you do. If you're just standing on the outside at the beginning, that's okay. But then your opponent, he's going to walk in on you. There has to be something threatening, something damaging to keep you outside.
Double up your jab.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Nice block by Buster. Excellent counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Every gym's got one of those double-ended bags, right? They give you the movement. You got to hit that moving target, work on your accuracy. He's making it so that his opponent never had to work on one, Teddy. He's just sitting right there, right in front. No head movement whatsoever.
No, not at all. He didn't have one in his gym, that's for sure, because he just does not know how to move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Solid counter punch by Bad Intentions. Scores with the combo to the head. Halfway through the 7th round. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Buster's ability to utilize this jab, fighting on the outside, has been so critical in what we've seen on the scorecard so far. Why so, Ted?
Because it's not a common jab. You know, he reminds me, believe it or not, of Hector Camacho, the former junior lightweight champion, because he throws a trip hammer jab. You know, usually you turn that jab over, you know, counterclockwise, but he doesn't turn it over. He just drops it down. It just drops straight down. There's no warning, and boy, it's been landing.
He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Well-placed counter punch by Buster. Good combination to the body. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. He's just not concentrating on the body as a target here, Teddy.
No, and, you know, you wouldn't mind if he didn't have to. In other words, it all depends on the scenario. This scenario says that he should be going to the body, and he should recognize that. And that's part of the talent of a fighter, recognition, that you have to recognize where the opportunities are.
And coming upon that. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. I don't know what was said to him in the corner, but now he's the busier man.
Yeah, he's aware that he has to be.
punch. And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? Is taking his opponent's jab away.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
A good, clean, old 1-2 by Bad Intentions. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Blocks away that headshot. And a smart counterpunch by Buster. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Bad Intentions, his cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. Parries that punch intended for the head. Well-placed counterpunch by Buster. He got rocked earlier in this fight. I don't see him changing much up, Teddy. Would you be advising him that now is time for an adjustment?
Well, you have to have a plan B, maybe even a plan C when you come into it. Maybe he doesn't have one. Now, if he doesn't have one, you're not going to tell him to start changing up, because then you're basically saying, I don't know what to do, but, you know, we're in trouble.
Good block by Buster. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Protecting his head well with his guard. Good return fire that time. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
End of the round here, as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fine crew. We got to give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Brian, all those guys. We appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Good-looking counterpunch. Distance, such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot-shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Halfway through this round here. Good block by Buster. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Parries that punch intended for the head. Good block. Able to counter that attack. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Little setup punch. 1, 2, 2 jabs to the body. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
And a well-placed counter by Buster. Teddy, this guy's putting on a clinic right now. I mean, his accuracy is remarkable.
Yeah, clinic in a healthcare center. He's like a surgeon.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
And a good counter by Buster. He is very much being tested here, even though he's likely up on the scorecards. He's getting a real test here.
Yeah, Joe, a test that will serve him in the future. If he goes on to win this fight, which I think he will, he's going to take what he learned here today, what he gained here today, and it's going to serve him as he moves forward in his career.
Targeting that head with the combination punching. Wow, is he defensively sound. Good block by Buster. Scores with the combo to the head. Good return fire that time. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Not precise at all by Buster. Blocks away that headshot. Coming down to the final moments of this fight that has the look of a fight that's about to go the distance. It seems like we're destined for that, Teddy. You said that very early on it would be that kind of a night.
Well, I had a feeling it looked that way. I mean, you got two guys that are kind of like chess players, you know, and it takes a while to get to the point where you can say, hey, checkmate.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Finds his target again. All the rounds in the books for the official decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
We go to the judges' scorecards. All three judges scored a fight. A unanimous decision. Your winner, Buster.
Buster's your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started going to the body, and it paid off for him, and it paid off us. A good, solid fight.
It was indeed, and we're glad you were with us to witness it. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.